Hello, everybody. This is Jessica Emery, the Dental Diaries podcast. We are laughing. I am so excited that I have Whitney here with me today, the Teeth Talk Girl.
Oh.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so fortunate to have you here today because you had something big that was canceled, right? That was in Chicago?
Yeah. I mean, a bunch of things, right? So, well, everything's canceled, right? Like, where do we start? Right. We all had, I was actually supposed to be in California this weekend, and then I was supposed to go straight to Costa Rica after that. It was going to be like this whole thing.
You're kidding.
No, like this weekend was CBA in California, and then we were straight from California. We were going to go to Costa Rica. My fiance like won a trip from work. And
Did you say fiance?
Yes, I'm
You're
engaged.
Yes. Oh my gosh, congratulations.
That's fun.
So much has happened to you.
It's crazy. It's crazy. We've been together for 10 years, so it's not like really like we weren't sure if we were going to get married, but now we're going to do it. So, but anyway, but yeah, so it's not like anyway, he won this trip and we were supposed to be in Costa Rica, but it's okay. I'm glad that we're staying safe and that can come in the future, right?
Wait, so you were going to a dental conference, and then he won a trip in Costa Rica. Do you get to get that back? Like, do you get to get it?
Right. We're figuring out with his work. I think we might get a trip next year, or it's like a cash prize. I'm not really sure, but we're just going to wait and see. But it was going to be fun. It was going to be like, oh, we'll go straight from the dental conference to our fun trip. But you know, I totally respect that. We need to stay home right now. And
life happens. Have you been to Costa Rica though?
No, have you?
Yes.
So should I be excited for if it comes later?
Of course.
Or did you not love it?
Oh no, I loved it.
Okay, you're. I was like, do you have a story?
My Costa Rica experience, and my husband totally knows this, so it's okay for me to say. But I dated a professional surfer for a number of years.
Oh, okay.
And he used to surf there, so like I would spend a couple months down there. So I used to travel every year. Even when I was in dental school, people were like, "You can't take that much time off," and I was like, see ya, I'm going. Because I had been a hygienist, I knew my shit, right? Like I was already kind of ahead, and I just was like, life is too important. Of course, this is love. It was like true love at the time. But yeah, so it was hot. He was hot. It was a time. Like waterfalls and jungles and surf and beach and little like tiki huts in the middle of nowhere. I loved it. I mean, it's beautiful. Anyway, I mean, that was a long time ago, right, too? So I haven't been back. I would love now for us to go and like take the kids back. Because I mean, I've heard it's definitely, you know, I'm sure it's not like back then there was like one road into the jungle, and I'm sure now it's completely changed.
That's what I've been hearing. It's been really like being built up, I guess, but which kind of might take some of the spark away. Right? So we got to find those cool little spots.
The cool spots, the surfer towns. Literally, I'm sure they're still there. And if you looked, and you would love them. You find these little bars, and they've got like broken boards, like all on the ceiling. Like, there are still places down there that I think all of them like go and search out that are like in this little nook somewhere, and people don't know about them.
Yeah.
There's gotta be, I've got to believe there are, but regardless, that's an awesome trip. And
I love it. I know, right? I would have been there. I don't even know if I'd be in California now or Costa Rica right now, but I'd be somewhere right now. But instead I'm chilling here, and it's okay. Cause it's a really nice day in Chicago.
Wait, I know. So you're in Chicago like me. This is amazing. I've been,
we're like so close yet so far.
I know. A lot of women I've been talking to are in Canada. It's amazing. Like a lot of them.
See? Right over the border.
Right? Wait, so tell me, I have noticed, so wait, I'm going to step back for any of you that don't know her before I like launch in. Because
we're just talking about our vacays that aren't happening. Sorry.
So awesome. All right. So if you don't know Whitney, which I'm sure most of you do, she's like the Teeth Talk Girl. Which was where I was about to launch into, but we'll get there in a second. So on social media, you're the Teeth Talk Girl. So, and on YouTube, big YouTuber. I actually had you at one of my workshops. We'll jump into that too, because like you are the woman, like so much fun. I love what you're doing. So her YouTube videos and website articles focus on educating the general public on dental health. So she also has teethtalkgirl.com. And that's where it's kind of more blog-esque, right? Like you've got your website articles and stuff there. Yep. And then the top teeth talk is like so funny. So with her background in acting, she also enjoys creating dental office skits and parody videos to entertain dental professionals. And they are so funny. Like, I love that. In addition, Whitney has recently co-founded a company called Happy Teeth. Holy, we are jumping into that, which includes purses, bags, and accessories. Let's talk about teeth, like a tooth purse that I just saw on her amazing website. The most exciting part is that for each item purchased, an oral health kit will be donated to someone in need. I love that. Whitney lives, breathes, and dreams about teeth and is happy to be sharing her journey. Here you, sister.
Thanks. What a nice bio. It's like I wrote it or something.
Oh my gosh, how do you even begin to start?
Thank you. I know, right? Well, so I'm, okay. So I always, for a long time now, I think it's been like 5 years. I don't even know. I have no concept of time during quarantine, but I've been making the videos on YouTube. So that's what started everything, right? I was really excited. My thing was I always was passionate about helping the general public, like the patients, right? Like that's my like audience. And I always wanted to just educate, like simple things that we all know as dental professionals, like how to hold floss, like just stuff like that. So that's how it all kind of stemmed. So I've been continuing making those videos, and I still have like a very big audience focus in my mind. And that's where the website came, teethtalker.com. Some people like to read that stuff, some people don't want to watch a video. So I started turning all my videos into articles. So that's that. So that helps. And then I started finding out, going to all these conferences, networking, that a lot of dental people were actually watching these videos. And that's when I felt confused, because I was like, these, right? Like I was like, you already know how to hold floss, or you already know the difference between plaque and tartar. Why are you watching? But then I found out that a lot of dental people were watching my videos to like show their patients, which is like really cool. So I just didn't know. It made me happy. So then since then I realized, okay, if dental people are watching these videos, maybe I should make some for them too. Like, like actually that they'll enjoy, instead of just to share to their patients. So then I started doing like the parodies and like just silly office skits, like things patients say, just like, cause I don't know, I like in that like acting energy out a little, instead of just educating. So what do they call it? Edutaining or whatever. And educating energy. I don't know. So that was fun. Anyway, really luckily built this like audience of a combination of both dental people and just like teeth enthusiasts that just like teeth. And so everyone kept asking me to make like a product. Everyone's like, merch, like make t-shirts, make merch. And I was always like, I don't know.
Your audience,
yeah.
your audience were asking
my comments. Yeah. The comments are always like, make a shirt, and I was like, so I'd like thought about some things, and I was like, I'm not really like a person to make a shirt. I don't know. I guess I can make a shirt. And then like, long story short, it all came together when I truly like, I love Dental Hygiene Nation, and I'm always like buying their stuff. Caitlin's a friend of mine, and I'm always like,
love her.
like she's doing it, and I would never want to try and do that, because she's already perfect at that. Like, so I was like, gosh, I'm never gonna do that. So, but then I was looking up like everywhere, like any dental company I could find. I was looking up a tooth-shaped purse. Like, I just want to buy one. I was not interested in making one. You know what I mean? Like, I looked on Amazon, I looked everywhere, and nobody, how I have a taco-shaped purse. I have like a watermelon shaped bag.
Girl,
I have
from Bando. You're talking to the prop queen. So I look for that stuff all the time.
Okay, good. So you already know.
Smiley faces. You like the watermelon bag. I mean, I know that bag. I know, pizza bags. I love all of it.
Oh yeah, I see the smiley faces with it for sure. So I'm all about the shapes. So I was like, all right, nobody makes this purse. I think I'm gonna do it. This will be my product. This is gonna be it. So I worked. It's been a long time. I am not like a purse person. I'm just like I just wanted like a shape. You know what I mean? Like some people like know purses. So I had to do like a lot of research. We like started from the bottom and whatever. I had no idea I'd be picking like fabric and textures and color scheme. It was just to make a tooth.
Where do you begin?
It was a whole right.
I mean,
it was crazy. I don't know, Google. But yeah, it was crazy. So luckily, long story short, I co-founded it with my fiance. He's in business, so like he helped me with the business part a lot, because I was like, how do we even like do like once I had to figure out how to design it, then what?
You have to patent it, right?
Like right. So it was like a whole thing. And then also I was like, I need like a website, and like I'm all about videos and editing and YouTube, but I really don't know web design, so I'm really lucky. My future brother-in-law, he helps me a lot with videos lately. Like he's like behind the camera, like doing stuff. So he's been like my web design. So the three of us like really kind of created this company.
Because
and
that was my question. I had no idea. So we met, like I said, we go back some time because I was on you were on a podcast. So like, I mean, fast forward, you've come, I mean, so far, over a year ago, Irene and I were talking about it at Truth Life, and we were saying about the Truth of Your podcast. Because I was like, oh, Whitney's not on it anymore.
Yeah.
Now it's the Wine Hygienist. Like, what happened there? And she's like, well, she went off into her video, which, like I said, life pivots and.
Yeah, you just find your passions and do your things. Yeah, totally. Everything's important. Like, I feel like every experience I had was great, and I'm really happy for this current, I guess, journey that I'm doing. Yeah, it's wild.
I know. So since then, I mean, you've done a lot.
But yeah,
YouTube was
so
like everything.
Yes. So I think I was, when you do some, I mean, you have like 12 Instagram. I don't even know how you're an inspiration, but when you bite off, you know how much you can handle. Right. And I was working full time. I couldn't. So I'm now part-time. I just found, like life, I was doing too much. And so I realized I need to work part-time if I'm starting this company. And then I'm also making my videos and writing articles. It was just too much for me. So I'm really happy.
Do you have any income coming in from YouTube to support you working part-time now?
Yes. So thankful. Yes. So thankful. So that has helped a lot. And then the website helps a lot as well. We can do advertising on there. So I'm so happy that I was able to figure this out. And so now my big passion is this silly tooth purse. But then, so it all so whatever, finally designed the purse, took forever, but I complain about it. I shouldn't, this is such an awesome thing, but it was so weird. I was like, I just want a tooth purse. Can I just snap my fingers? It was so much, right? There's prototypes and there's this, and then there's that. And then you have manufacturers and then you have distributors and then you're just trying to figure it all. And then there's coronavirus. So it's just a lot of things right. What a thing to be launching a company during all this.
Does it cost a lot too to do all that?
It's a lot. It's been definitely an investment, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. But I'm happy. I'm so lucky to have these two awesome partners of mine, business partners right now. One's a life partner and one's a business. Both are business partner. One's a life partner.
Right.
We've become a really good team. Right.
They're brothers, right?
Yeah, they're brothers. Yeah. So we've become a good team, and the purse is ready to go. So I'm so happy for that. And then I was like, you know what? I have a thought. So then there's another part to this. I was like, I've always been, I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I think you have kids, but they're younger. They're not in high school, are they?
No.
So there's this high school thing, maybe you heard there. It's called HOBY, HOBY, Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership. It's sophomores in high school do it. It's Chicago's a super supporter of it, but it's actually worldwide, but nationwide. Long story short, I did it when I was in high school. It's this whole leadership volunteering. It's all about leadership is based on volunteering, blah, blah, blah. It's really awesome. Check it out if you're listening, hobby.org, I think. And anyway, so I've been really involved in that ever since high school. I was the high school student, and I go back every year and I volunteer and help the students, blah, blah, blah. And I'm all about serving others. That's what I feel life is about. And I was I feel this is a time to figure out a way to do that. So anyway, long story short, I was also thinking, we're not just going to make a tooth purse. We've invested so much time into this. Let's make more than just a tooth purse. So it's exciting. So we're making bags. It's going to be based on purses, bags, and accessories, luggage accessories, things like that. So there's a bunch of good stuff.
I love myself luggage tags. Now, if you look at Instagram, I buy luggage tags obsessively. I'll go to Nordstrom and they'll have fun different ones, anything. When you
Okay, then good. Then hopefully you'll like my molar luggage tag. I'm really excited for that.
Oh my gosh, yes, I'm all over that.
Cute. I'm going to send you a picture. There's a prototype. I'll send it to you after. But no, I love it. You'll let me know. So that's hilarious too. Think about this as a dental person, right? I'm talking to companies and I'm trying to explain so the furcation needs to go up a little. That root is a little too people there. So I've learned better lingo because they're looking at me I'm crazy when I use the word furcation. They're excuse me. And I'm the roots. And they're what even is it? The crown. They're confused. I have to be this part of the shape. I'm drawing it out for them. It's been such a learning curve to talk to people.
You have to make sure it's a pretty tooth you like. Cause if you look at gifts too, I look at them and I'm these roots are too pointy. These are big, fat, and round. You have to find one that resonates with you.
It's been so funny trying to talk about teeth anatomy. But yeah, so we're making bags, all these other cool things. But so back to the volunteering thing. So I was like, let's figure out how we can can we donate person? I was thinking about like Tom's shoes. I was like, can I donate? I was like, but who wants a tooth purse other than people that really want a tooth purse? So long story short, we came to the idea of for every item purchased, we're donating we're calling it an oral health kit. And it's going to include toothbrush, toothpaste, a year's supply worth of oral health essentials, like
wow,
floss, all the stuff, to get someone through the year. So I'm really excited about that. And then I wanted to go further. I was like, I don't want to just send these kits to people. Like I want to be there and show them how to use the kits. So I'm really excited. So like we're going to work with different organizations. My first organization we're working with is a women and children's shelter. And so when we donate the batch of kits, my intention was to go there and do like an oral health workshop and like show how to properly use the brush, floss, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But now during we're kind of adapting because coronavirus, right? We can't really be anywhere right now. So we're going to try and make it into like a webinar visual instead when we donate the kits so they can still like see me and learn. I really want to be in there and like helping them and touch their hands and help them hold it. But
of course,
it's okay. We'll do the best we can with virtual right now and go from there.
Yeah,
sorry, that was a mouthful.
Amazing.
I hope I explained that okay. I haven't really talked about this yet because we haven't really launched big yet. You know what I mean? So I talked about it a little at dental hygiene seminars because that's when we were really getting to the end there earlier this year. But you're really my first interview of talking about habit teeth. So hopefully I explained it okay because I don't really have my whole spiel down.
No, and I didn't know that, didn't realize that. And I'm sure you're going to add that because when I saw Happy Teeth and then I saw handbag accessories, I was like, what the oh my gosh. And because I said, we were just, I don't know, was that last year at my workshop? I think it was last year, right? And all of a sudden you got this purse line or
right. I wasn't talking about it because I didn't know if it was going to happen, but it was definitely happening then.
Okay, but more than that, I'm visual and I'm a crazy person when it comes to branding and stuff like that. And I logged on your website and was like, oh, I love this. I love your website so much. Like the pink, the sprinkles, where you're getting the cupcake and then the bag and of course the ocean.
Oh my gosh.
About that spoke to me. And I was like, okay,
that makes me so
love this.
happy.
And I need the bag. I will be your first person, but I'm going to join your list.
You're
but
so nice.
I'm
Thank you.
so crazy excited for you. This is amazing.
Thank you.
And it's so you.
It's
and the
so nice.
At some point, everything about it was perfect. It was perfect.
Thank you for saying that. And it means a lot coming from you. I mean, Sugar Fix Dental Loft, hello, Sugar. No, we definitely share our love for, I don't know if you really love sugar or if it's just
I do.
that you love looking at. Okay.
No, I do.
Because I do love eating it too. And I was like, we did a bunch of photo shoots, I don't know, earlier this year in California. Cause I wanted that vibe. I wanted the adventure, bags we travel with bags, so I wanted to be bring them on your adventure.
It was Malibu. It was so good.
Yes, that's where we were. Well, we were Santa Monica. Yeah, I think we were right around. Yeah, we were. We were just going around California. Yay! So I wanted that vibe, and I'm like, that's what I just want people to have fun with teeth. It doesn't always have to be so serious, and there's just so many angles with this company right now. It's I want to volunteer, I want to not be serious, but I want to be serious. But I just want to be unique, and I love cotton candy. One of my photo shoots was can I hold cotton candy? I walked down Santa Monica Pier. I held cotton candy in one hand and the toothbrush in the other. And I was like, we can make this fun.
So one of my photo shoots, we got a full big pink cotton candy maker. So we have cotton candy everywhere.
My gosh. Yes. We need to
floss,
really this is so fun.
Candy
You're
floss.
So right. Oh my gosh. I love that. See, so we're feeling the vibe. We love our candy vibe and our beach vibes. And it makes me happy.
And products and having fun, making dentistry fun. That is something that so I'm big on storytelling and your truth and authenticity and to your point, making it fun. You really make it fun. I've been watching your videos, so I didn't even realize, are you not practicing right now? Are you still in COVID land or are you back?
So we started on Wednesday. So my first day back was Wednesday. Mm-hmm,
okay. Because I didn't know, with that beautiful orange, are you in your house?
Oh yeah, that is my basement.
Oh,
yeah, no, that's my basement. Yeah, it's my little home studio. Yeah.
I reached out to Whitney because she's been on my radar to have on this podcast forever, since the beginning anyway. But I saw my husband's been on my case about the PPE because I just kind of ignore it. And I'm like, whatever it will be, whatever I need, I'll just do. But like, I don't want to think about it because it's just not me. Like, I just want to step in and be me and like wear what I want, but I know we can't, but that's okay. So I've been in denial, right? Full-fledged denial. And he's been showing me all these shields. And I'm like, no, that's like way too big. That's so ugly. Get me one that has like I'll see a nice one. So I saw your video and like it was like, like you just like flicked it up and down. I'm like, that looks sleek. Like that looks like it doesn't come like way out. It just looked like sleek fitting. And I'm like, oh, Whitney would know. She probably knows like the top of the line. And she shoots me back a DM and she's like, it's the cheapest. It looks good on camera.
I was so nervous you were going to try and find it. I was like, don't even waste your time. It looks good on camera, but I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. It was so foggy. I got it like just a cheap, I didn't even know. I feel like you need to get it from a good dental company because the clearness, right? I couldn't see, but that is funny. I know. And having said that, right? Like, did I want to make a PPE video? No. But then it's like, I knew I needed it to.
But thank you. So and fun. Like
I tried to make, right.
Okay, so I talked about this earlier too, like how everybody, like, I don't know, it's different, right? It's being different. So you guys, you just have to go watch her. Like just look at her Instagram. Like the color orange will like pop out in front of you. But I even love the little squeak of I want to call it a helmet, but the shield, you're like, it's like squeak, squeak, like going down. And then you launch into just a quick tidbit and it's humorous and it's fun and it's real, but it's like so good. It's rich, right? It's not like everyone else on Instagram right now is like showing all their masks and their gloves and it's scary. And it's like, no one wants to see that stuff.
Right.
Like,
and that's why I was so hesitant to make it.
No, but it's perfect. It's like the perfect little
thank you
touch. And
thank you.
It's not, it's just so not overdone to me. It's perfection. I mean, we all have our own thing. Nice. That's my personal opinion, but I love it. I love what you're doing and stepping in.
So nice
to do all those little they're parts. And even when COVID started, you did those little parodies with the kids. I was dying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, so funny.
Thank you. Those were, oh my gosh. The things kids say, right? It was kind of I do the things patients say, which with my adult acting friends, which is way easy. We just go in, we read our script, we're done. But I was like, there's things kids say and we need like a kid up in here. So one of my friends was like, my daughter I don't know any kid actors. I really don't. So I was like, well, my one friend was like, my daughter might do it. I was like, all right, we'll see if she does. And we just had her like repeating the lines over and over. And she was so good. This girl, kids are like, they are sponges. And she would know my line. I was like, I would say the thing and she would say her thing and she'd be like, you're supposed to say, and I was like, you are so smart. So it was like really fun working with a kid. But a lot of people think I'm like actually recording my patients. And I'm like, no, like there's like a lot of production behind it. I'm so glad that you think I am, but like these are like production days.
That's how good you are because I thought truly that was a kid. I'm like, kids say the darndest things and I thought it was a patient. The kid.
It makes me feel so good. We go in and we try to just make it look as real as possible. But it was really fun with her. So I've never worked with a kid before. So that was funny. But you have to, like for the PPE thing or for anything, like, I feel like when you have an audience, like you have to like take it seriously, right? Like I do want to help people. People are constantly messaging me like, what are you wearing back to work? And it's like, if I just put this out, it could help so many more people than me just like trying to respond to everyone. So I did the best I could.
Real. I mean, you can't make it. I've gotten tons of messages too. They're like, Barbie dentist. How do we make this look cute? I mean, seriously, I got that yesterday. I was showing my husband because I'm like, oh my God. And then someone said to me, why don't you start a line? Actually, someone said that too, like get into making like cute PPE. And I was like, this isn't forever, people.
Right.
But I think I hopped on a wholesaler. I think I did just because I was like, could I do this? Like, this would be fun if we could get like, because I couldn't even find pink. We can't find anything, right now at all anyway. But like general. I told my husband, I was like, if I'm going to wear a disposable coat, like it's got to be pink or like white. I'm not doing purple or blue. Like that's not our colors. And, I know I'm being psycho and coverage is covering, but like we can't even find blue or purple. Like we can't find anything.
Right.
So
it's wild.
It's wild. Yeah.
I agree though. Like make it your own. Oh yeah. It's just unbelievable right now.
Well, he like for color. Yeah. I don't know. My husband was too, he's like, you have to wear one of those, hair thingamajiggas. And
yeah.
I was like, can I cut a hole in the top and like pull my hair through and put like a satin, like pop little something on it.
Oh, that's cute, like a little bun cap. I like that idea.
Like we step in this week, so I'm not, this is my first
Okay,
week
that's
back.
what I was gonna ask. Yeah.
Yeah, Wednesday.
How are you? I mean, you're probably happy to go back, but you're still just like, what's your feelings?
Yeah, I don't know. Like well, mixed feelings. And I've been like super transparent on this. Like, you're multi-passionate too. If I could do it a little bit more. So I love my people, my patients, my teeth, right? Like I love all of it. But I have loved stepping into my element because I haven't been torn, because I haven't had to do that, because it was like, we don't have it. Like so, I mean, I have not watched Netflix and chilled. I have literally been here at Soiree like every day trying to like build, like figure out how I can add more value, how I can grow, going on to the next thing. I have all these ideas and like light bulb moments and so much stuff. So, there's some, anxiety in that, like the dentistry is like riding the bike, like get back, I'll adapt to the PPE. I'll be so excited to see my patients, but I'm like, oh, my other business. Like, is it all of a sudden when you're talking to people and you have people reaching out to you all the time because you've had time. You. Oh, you can't hear me?
Uh-oh.
Was
it me?
Is your ear thing out?
Hello.
Did you check your ear? Is it dead? Like these little guys?
Should I take them out? Yeah. Maybe these died.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
No? Yes.
Sorry. Maybe my headphones died.
Yeah, I think they died.
Oh my gosh, I was like, you were talking beautifully in your faces, and I was like, I can't hear you. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh.
That happened to someone before too, and I was like, I think it's the ear pod.
Dude, see, I'm a former podcaster who's screwing it up for you. I should have been better at this.
That's
sorry.
Okay. I'm about being real and letting it roll.
Yeah, this is real life. My headphones just went out.
No editing. I'm not one that's gonna go in and just like clip it like in the middle,
I love that. You're like, let's just keep it raw. Wait, last thing I heard was you were very excited. Well, not excited. I don't know. You said you were really you were taking in all the time you had outside. Yeah,
because of the people, as when people start reaching out to you and, you have these conversations going and all this stuff. I know when my hands are back in the mouth, like it's going to be 24/7 full engagement, that exhaustion of like being fully focused, and we go back to work after work to try to do that stuff. But like, I'm not as present, and I love it. So I'm just trying to figure out too right now, like I'm stepping back in, but this was a gift of time for me.
Yes.
And I've done so much. And like I said, I just have so many ideas. And I don't know, like, so we'll see. I mean, I think that these times are given to us for that reason, that self-evaluation and digging deep and figuring out like truly what your calling is. Mm-hmm. Because for me, like, it's never been about the financial at all, like ever, not for 1 millisecond. It's always been about how can I serve and like follow my heart, my gut, my intuition of where I'm supposed to be, like riding that wave of life. Right. Yes. And just kind of showing up. So
you're like a Hobie alum. You're like, I didn't go to Hobie, but you are invited into our
thank you, honorary.
It's honorary. So true, right? Like that's what it's all about. And I agree. It's really cool that we were able to reflect, right? Trying to find the silver lining in this like really unfortunate situation, because it did help me reflect as well. Like, wow, this is what I should be doing. Like, I love helping people, like community dental health. Like, I love helping patients one-on-one in the op, but like being able to like post a video and like get comments that, wow, I never knew I was supposed to do that. It's something, it's really cool.
It is cool. And you've worked really hard. Like you've been doing videos. I mean, like, that's the thing, is that businesses and people and success, like, don't come overnight, right? It's like, you do it because you love it and you feel like that's your calling, and you work on it and you work on it and you work on it and you work on it. And then all of a sudden, boom, like, somehow it grows into something else, which is amazing, but it's a long race.
Yes.
But eventually, like I said, if you can, your heart is still there and it's the timing is right to kind of step into it, you can do everything. But
you like truly like a true person who an inspiration, because I meant no true, like your photo shoots, I've seen them, are outstanding, like holy moly. And then I think you're a bodybuilder or something, I'm not sure what that is.
Oh, that's right.
I love it. Like you're like, you got gains.
No, so I that story goes way back in that my entire life. So I've always kind of been blessed with a flat stomach, but I've been obsessed with abs. Like, actually, when you see pictures of people now, again, this is personal, guys, like each to their own. But for me, I was like, that kind of rock board stomach, like maybe it was from back in the surfing days in Costa Rica. I don't know. But I was like, I want abs. And so it was always kind of a goal. If I did like a vision section on health, like I did Life Book one year, which was you build out the 12 categories of your life. It was unbelievable. It was like so good. You bring pictures in and then you write like your purpose, vision, like all that kind of stuff. But I would have pictures of like a bikini girl, with like a strong core. So I've been envisioning this for so long, and hired trainers, none of whom really, like, I'd meet a trainer and say, okay, so I just want abs. Like, just give me abs. And they'd be like, oh, sure, we can do that. Well, it's such a combination of like diet and working out. And, hire the trainers. It would end up just being like, we'd end up talking and chit-chatting and like never really getting to it. Of course, I never got abs. So last year, it was like the perfect timing, sequencing of everything. One of my patients came in at like athletic clothing, looking pretty ripped, I have to say. And I was like, Steph, my God, like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm training for a fitness competition, like whatever, bikini competition. I was like, what? Get out. Like, tell me more. And she's like, yeah, I've got this amazing trainer who's a bodybuilder, like does competitions for bodybuilding and everything else. And I'm thinking, oh my God, okay, so they're muscular. Like there's definitely, now I'm thinking like, okay, show, stage, like they're definitely ripped. That might be, like the path. And so she was, I was like, okay, I need her name. Like, I don't know. It was just, when you hit that moment and you just like know the timing's right, everything aligned. And so I was like, I need to meet her. And but then, we're in Chicago. She was like way out in like way far. I don't know. Not even Lake Forest. It was like way Crystal Lake. I don't know.
Okay.
Somewhere far. It was like hours. And I'm like, oh no, like this, I really need her in my life. And she's like, well, lucky for you, like, I don't know, she's transitioning and all this stuff. And I was also like, am I gonna be able to afford her? Because she was like breaking off. This patient of mine like flew private. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm probably not gonna be able to afford this person. But it just all came together for me. And oh my God, it was insane. So I fully committed for 4 months. So I just decided, I goal getter. I was like, I'm gonna set the goal. I'm gonna go all in, freaking hard. And if you have to be in a bikini, like on stage, and those bikinis, by the way, are teeny tiny.
I saw your pictures. I was like, this girl's hot.
Oh my God. When I first started, like got my first bikini, like I couldn't get it up over my hips at all. Like it wouldn't even go up.
And you were like a slender person. So like, okay.
No, oh my God. It wouldn't, they are like floss. they are
they're just like pieces of floss.
But yeah, I don't know. So I just like made that commitment. I was like, get out of my way. And it was so good for me. Not only just one, fitness in general, and weightlifting I had never done before. Like I was always a runner or quick cardio, but never weights. Always intimidated in the gym. Like, no way, I'm not going over that section. I wouldn't know how to use them. And she did not, my trainer was like a beast. Like she was in physical competitions. Like she would show up in my feed in the morning and be like, let's go to war. Every day, all the time. And I was like, yep, I'm on it. I'm getting it done. And so, so I trained for all of that time. And then how crazy, did you hear that story about, Fort Lauderdale? Like we're training. So I meet her, like I said, vision. I'm a big believer in vision boards. I don't know if you've ever had one, but
I love that. I have not a good one. And I that's one of my goals is to make a better one this week. It's on my goal list for this week. So it's funny you bring that up.
You have to do it.
Everything
I have ever put on a vision board has come to me, including my exact wedding ring.
Okay.
That was on a vision board before I would have ever met even Andrew, like folded up in a journal. And it's an estate piece. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Like, look at super unique, like, okay.
Look how
estate
beautiful.
Piece. I my God, I'm getting off subject, but like,
no, I love that. I believe in that stuff.
oh yeah. So this ring though, I had seen When You Dream About Meeting the Guy of Your Dreams. And I was like, oh, someday I would love a ring. Saw this in InStyle magazine, it was A to Z, like S was Sarah Jessica Parker, whatever, whomever was hot that year, and P was platinum. And this ring was like there, tore it out. I'm like, look at that beautiful estate piece. Like it's probably in Italy somewhere, something. And like fast forward all these years later, I meet Andrew. Andrew's story, we got engaged very quickly and married quickly, like under a year. We just knew that's how it goes. It's, people used to, it just sounds cliche, but that's when you meet someone you do know. He went to Tiffany to learn the ABs and Cs about wedding rings. Okay. And his story is he went into the counter. He's like, I would have never paid. He's an Englishman, right? He's like, I would have never paid Tiffany ring or whatever. He's like, looked down at the counter, saw this ring. It was called the Legacy. And he's like, that's Jessica's ring. That's it. First ring he ever looked at. He got, right? He ended up proposing to me in Boston. I was just talking about this earlier, that he proposed to me there. We're in Boston. So I'm like, oh my God, like looking at the ring, like definitely thinking it's so close to looking like the ring like I had been dreaming of. Right. And we're in Boston. So when we went back to my house, because we were living in Chicago at the time, I went up to the attic and pulled out my journals and my journal with the picture, and it's the identical ring. So our ring person at Tiffany too was like, yeah, they didn't put Tiffany & Co on it, but it is the Tiffany Legacy ring.
Oh my God.
Right? So I know, crazy. It's
I love that.
Bizarre. So fast forward to the competition, but like, these are those little things that happen to me. I mean, it's yes. Insane when you think of them. So in Fort Lauderdale, I go down to Fort Lauderdale. If people have known me for a long time, I used to anyway, every like 8 weeks or so for a me weekend, pen to paper, creative journaling, thinking ideas, get away from myself, like growth, just sit on the beach. Like the ocean feeds my soul, and just been doing that forever, right?
I remember you saying that.
14 years.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So I have my thing. I've got my rhythm. I wake up, there's a Starbucks in my hotel. I go for a run. I come back and I go to my Starbucks, get my iced coffee, soy latte, go down to the beach. The guys know me down there. They get me my marshmallow cushion chairs. They set me up with a big umbrella. They put me away from everywhere. I mean, it's amazing. Okay. So one year, I go for my run every morning, and every year I've been like, God, one year I'm going to be like running here with abs, like with an athletic bra. And I've kind of been obsessed with abs forever.
I love that.
And every year. So one year they were renovating the Starbucks in my hotel, and I walked down A1A to find the closest Starbucks. There's only one other Starbucks on A1A in another hotel. Went in, got my Starbucks, came out, like walked back to my hotel, whatever, not a thought. Well, so fast forward now to the competition. I was telling my trainer, I said, listen, I just need to set the freaking goal. Let's set the goalpost. It needs to be before Christmas, like before December, because I want to eat. Like I want to really, eat and drink again. I want to enjoy the holidays. Let's get this done. Yeah. I'm ready. And I said, find a show before the end of the year. I don't care if it's in Texas. I don't care wherever it is in the United States.
Yeah.
Let's get it done. She contacted her trainer. He got back. He's like, oh, looks like there's one in Florida. So I'm like, okay, great. It's probably in Orlando, right? Big convention center in Orlando, I'm thinking. And I'm like, okay, awesome. I really didn't care. I was like, wherever it is, I'm going to show up and I'm going to be in shape and do this, which was a huge thing, being almost 50, with like my body, like just having done that, it was crazy. So in the Masters competition, of course, Florida of all places, for Masters bikini, there are like 40 people in that category. If you were in Chicago, there'd be 3 people in the category. Oh, but Florida, there's a ton.
Wow.
So she sends me the link that night, and I look at it, and it's in Fort Lauderdale, and it's in the hotel that the other Starbucks is in that I've been in. Like,
oh my God.
A1A, and I was like, this is crazy. I am coming full circle, and I am coming home. I went for a run that morning of my competition with my abs, with my athletic bra.
Oh my God.
Hit the stage. My family was there, like all came down to support me. Like in my element, it was like my home away from home, and that had been my vision forever.
That is so cool.
It was like, check, like complete, like all these little things. Wow. And when your eyes are wide open, it's amazing.
I love that. I'm like so blown away. Like,
You
I
know,
love hearing this.
I mean, the apps have fallen apart with all the cookie dough. I had
No,
to miss during COVID and all the alcohol, but it's okay because when the gyms open, I'm going to get, back to it because it really was transformative. I loved being healthy. It wasn't like being ripped per se at all, but like being that strong and healthy. I don't know. Mindset is even different. Like it's just really, really good to give yourself that, that time.
Totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
and I'm an
It's
older
all
mom,
mine.
so like for
Oh
my
my
kids,
gosh.
I
No,
think
you're
it's good. And with my kids, I had asked them all if they wanted to come to it, and like two of them were like, "No, not interested." So like I didn't push them to go because I was like, "This is my journey. This is my thing,"
not.
Of
Yeah.
course, my mini me was like, "Yes, t-shirt."
Oh,
He was like
that's
so excited.
so fun.
Yeah, it was
I know.
good.
What is your, sorry, I know we're supposed, what's your, okay, you must be a good sleeper. Yes?
No,
No?
no, not
You
at
don't like
all.
hit the pillow and you're like, "Ooh, I got my power sleep." Or
Oh
no?
God, no. I wish I did. I wish I did.
Okay.
I've even put like lavender next to the bed. It's
Yeah.
so amazing too because my brain is always going. You can probably tell my personality.
I
And
hear you.
it's in the, like it's amazing too. This morning, I knew we had the podcast. I knew it was Saturday, but I'm like, oh my God, it's go mode. Like work is next week. My body immediately woke me up really, really early. I was
Yeah.
like almost in that work mode.
Yes.
For practicing dentistry, I was like thinking that way where there's been more flexibility in this position. I
Yeah.
kind of have loved, like just tasting my coffee in the morning, like taking it a
Yes.
little slower.
I literally just said that to Alex, my fiance. I was like, I like looked out the window today. He was like, what? I was like, I was just like looking out the window. He was like, oh, okay. Like he probably thought I was. And then I was like, no, like I just never get to just look out the window. And then he was like, wow, like that, it really is. Like he's like that, like you need to, like obviously we need to both like reflect on that. That was a big deal that we never used to be able to do that.
I know.
It was always go, 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 go.
Always go, go, go. And dentistry is like that.
Yeah.
My last podcast was amazing too. Her name's Jessica as well. We were talking about
Oh.
imposter syndrome, but she does a lot of this stuff. And we're just talking about dentistry and mindset and where we all are at. And how we beat ourselves up, but how the profession is. And it's hard,
Yes. I always thought it was just me. I feel like I'm constantly just like, am I late for my next patient? Is my next patient here? Am I doing this? I'm trying to do the best thing I can. Are they here? Oh, I just heard the door. Are they here? Like,
are they going to be happy?
Yes. Is my other one, do they think I'm rushing? Are my other ones going to think I'm rushing because I'm behind? Oh my gosh. It's like, why is time the only thing I'm thinking about? Like, that's not what it's about. It's about doing good work.
Well, and getting the job done. So then you have someone come in that has a lot of tartar and you're like, oh my God, am I going to be able to get all of it before the end of this, this time before the next one you hear the buzzer. It's crazy. It's crazy. It really is.
Yeah.
But what she was saying too, like, yeah, I mean, this is the thing that I think in dentistry, no one's really speaking to, and it's what we all feel. So we like push it down and like put on the happy face and all of that. But if we could just like, I don't know, figure out a way to, I don't know, talk it out, make it better. But we all feel it, just so y'all know, like everybody is in it. And I don't know, there's really no way to fully slow it down. We were talking about too how it's like the perfectionism and how we all strive for that, and how patients sometimes are just like not so happy they're even paying you and all that stuff too. It's like there's so much reward, but we remember the one thing that wasn't rewarding, like that one patient.
Yes, right. You always do.
Mm-hmm.
I always, speaking of trying to be perfect, it's so funny. I have this one patient, she comes in she's very good, but she always comes in, and whenever we all are, we're perfection. Like I triple check the lower anteriors, like with the air, I'm like just making sure there's not any little speck of any, and she always looks at me and says, Whitney, remember, I'm not a movie star. It doesn't have to be perfect. She always says that. And I'm like, stop. Like, yes, you are. It has to be perfect. She's like, I'm not a movie star. Nobody's looking at it. I'm like, no, it's like, if there's one little speck, like I try to explain like the health reasons, but she always just like jokes thinking I'm just trying to like make her a beautiful smile, which I am, but I'm like, no, it's just so funny.
And that's her personality, which is amazing. For my patients, I have so many that are like, yes, that's why I come to you. Keep it up. Keep going. That's why, we're here. That's why we're paying you. Because
I have those too. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And those, it's so funny. Everyone's so different on how they interpret what we're doing.
I know. And so now for me, that's why I was just like, I don't know, not knowing what it was going to be like in general, not knowing how people were going to respond, to everything. But people so far have been great and responding. And I guess they're just all like coming back. I think everyone's ready. I know me with my lingual bar, actually this morning, I got my sickle out last night. I was like with my tongue, like, I think I feel a little chunk there. I was going crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. Then your tongue sits there and I was like, where's my scalar? So if I'm feeling it, other people I'm sure are just like getting our hair done or our nails and things, wanting to get back and clean. For me, I don't, unfortunately, my hygienist is sick, not COVID related, ironically with the time, but she is not able to come back. So I am trying to figure out how to put all the hygiene with me on top of the restorative, and
that's hard.
I know.
Since you were a hygienist first, like, do you love it?
I do. I'm crazy about, oh my God. Like you said, like even with me this morning, I was like, obsessive about cleaning. And I love that time. And it is a little bit of downtime comparative to, doing a full upper arch, which is so rewarding, but can be really exhausting. And I like the break. It's just going back and
how can you do it all?
Not being able to breathe and having a double schedule here until we can find someone amazing. And then I'm like, post-COVID, like, we're going to be able to, I'm sure we'll be able to find someone amazing, but I hope there'll be someone great out there. And it's
a hard time.
It's sad and it's hard. Yeah. It's really hard for her too. She was a part of our family and we adore her. But it's like one of those things you have to make the decision, together, because businesses, everything keeps going and moving.
Yes.
I know.
Hashtag life.
No, I'm sure with you too, when you cut down to part-time, that a lot of your patients were like, no.
Oh gosh. Yeah. It was like my heart, just thinking about that conversation with my bosses, was like, my heart is really, like, hey, this is what's best for me.
But I'm sure it's a she, right?
I work at 2 offices. So that's what made it even harder, like going on it. So I do one day at both. So,
nice.
That's how it kind of worked out. And so I have a girl and a boy, but either way, it's just like, you don't want to let them down, because obviously they probably need to hire another hygienist, or something has to change. And then also your patients, right? You have requests that only want to see you. And it's like, I'm not going to have enough openings for everyone that wants. So it's just kind of interesting. We'll see.
The positive thing with that is, and the positive thing with my patients as well, they know I have another thing. They know I have, a passion and a calling and, and another business. And, so nice. but it's not taking away from them, because they know it's my heart pulse. So like, they're super supportive of that.
Yes.
And same thing with you. And I'm sure that the dentists that you work with as well were like that. If you worked with me, I'd be like, Whitney, fly, like fly your Pegasus wings and do you and continue to grow what you're doing, because it's amazing.
Thank you. That's so nice. And yes, a lot of the patients, like, even it's so funny, right? Like, I'll have patients that come in, 3-monthers, and they're always like, oh, I'm so glad that you're still here. I'm waiting for the day you're not going to be, like, because they know like all the stuff I'm doing. And I feel like a lot of them have been like prepared that I won't be there. I've been there almost 7 years. So it's like, it's been kind of, right. You make family, right, with your patients. So it's funny when they're like, oh, I got you one more time, I wonder if you'll be here next time. So I'm like, they're gonna find out this was the last time. So but no, it's so supportive,
right? We all adjust to all, like, everything we have to.
And if anything, we learned Corona, this whole lockdown, adaptation is huge. That's all you got to adapt to live life, right? You can't.
Well, what's cool about it is that I didn't spend money. Like, I didn't need to. Like, I would fly through money. I'd be like, let me just pop into Marshall's after getting my nails done, just to look around. And I'd come out with like 15,000 things, extra notebook. I don't need, like, that was really transformational for me.
Yes.
I don't need anything else. I do need my nails done.
Right. Sure.
It makes me happy. Like, I don't need them, actually. I want them because I like the color,
totally.
kind of stuff. But like, other than groceries, which we went through a lot, I really didn't spend money. Starbucks wasn't open, which was a bad habit I had before. Then I'm sure, just like habits, so you fall right back into them. I get back to work, there's one right across the street. It's going to make me happy and feel good. And of course, you want to feel good stepping back in.
Right.
You
Oh
know,
my
but one
gosh.
day at a time, step at a time. And like I said, with you two, giving us the time to whatever that was for anybody. Like for me, people are like, why are you working so hard and doing that? I'm like, it's not work for me. It's like
Right.
the way that Netflix and chilling, because maybe you've never had the opportunity to do that, is filling you up. Like I'm growing. Like this is really good for me and evolving, and that time and space is amazing and endless, which is, like I said, just it was very unfortunate for everyone, insane,
Yeah.
but a gift.
Yes.
Too, you
Totally.
know.
Totally. And I agree, right? Like, like what like you said, you're calling, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to keep creating. If you wanted to Netflix, like that's what you wanted. Like you were able to choose what you wanted. And I agree. It
Yes.
was really, really refreshing to be able to wake up and like just work on my videos all day. Like, I just feel like the
Right.
quality, like it was so
Yes.
awesome. It was
Yes.
just, I got to really enjoy it instead of just, not that I always didn't enjoy it, but it's just,
No,
it was nice.
I just think for anyone too, it's like the opportunity to think, like we just said, we haven't had the opportunity to
Yes.
think because we're chasing our tail. We're like the rat race of life. And
Yeah.
whether you're in dentistry or not, most of us have been living it that way. So
Yes.
to reevaluate
Yes.
where we are, what we want to do, it's like nothing is set in stone. Like you don't have to, if you decided during this time it wasn't feeding your soul, then get out.
Right.
Do something else. Like
Yeah.
I just love that. I love that, you know, we've had that amazing opportunity because life is too short. Look how fast this went, by the way, this like time.
I know. I'm
I'm
like,
like,
wait, it's been like 2 months. What?
how is
I
that
feel like
possible? How is it possible for real? I thought we would have, because of the June too, I had it
Yes.
mapped out. As soon as like, I'm like, oh my God, the time's gone. I was like, okay, but I've got at least 2 weeks till the June. I would have started back June 3rd when the governor said June.
Same.
I was so mentally prepared for that.
Me too. I had my whole schedule of videos and I was like, oh, I guess we're going sooner.
I know. It's the same thing. My husband was like tiptoeing around it. He's like, hun, yeah, so you can actually start back tomorrow, but don't worry. Like we already said like next week because we need the PPE. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, I felt just kind of squashed too because there were things I wanted to do, but the same thing. It's like, okay, take that step and then find the time around it, which we will, to get it done the way we would have, and continue to step into our callings.
Totally. I love it. I feel like we're very similar, our minds. I like it. I hope I would only be, I want to be like your amazing mind. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. No, I like
mean it.
Adored, like I said, following you, watching you just like beyond grow into like a butterfly. I don't know, you're like a flock now of like everywhere. I don't know. Like it's just it is so inspirational and awesome to watch. Like I said, that even just, I don't know, the way the happy teeth and like the happy teeth. Did you trademark that?
So yeah, we're working. It's in the process. Luckily, I've really learned about giving away control as well, is that I'm allowing the business part I'm not trying to be too involved anymore. So I'm trusting that that's getting done by my partner.
Yeah.
You have to. And it's hard. I'm not good at that, but I'm learning. So yeah, so I'm trying. I am the one who creates the price and I am the one so I'm trying to like remember what my roles are. But it's, I don't even know what we're saying. What are we saying? But
it's the creative. The thing is that I'm like you. So I like to live in the clouds and I don't like to get down in the dirt. So I'm like, but you know what? There are enough people that offset our skills that can't do what we do. So it's best if you let us keep creating and let someone who's more of a strategy thinker dot the I's and cross the T's to get that kind of stuff done. Because to be honest, although we're control freaks, we want to do it, but we really don't want to do it. Like I want it done and done well, but I want to make sure it's done well. But let it go. Yes. You have to.
You're right.
And at least like the thing I worry about more, and that's why I had asked that question, is like proprietary is just making sure that you're protected, because when you come up with a great idea and it's your intellectual property, you want to make sure you protect it.
Yes, that's what we're talking about. Totally. And so there's so much, and that is what helped me give away the control. Cause I was like, he knows business more than I do. So why am I going to spend all this time just cause I want control when he can easily do it? Like, you know what I mean? So yes, I agree with that. And there's so many things. Like I said, it comes down to different zipper shapes to the whole, manufacturing business,
Yeah.
trademarking. There's just so many things. And I was so naive to think it was just like, let's make a purse.
Girl,
It was
it
like
doesn't
so
stop
much fun.
there. It doesn't stop, because what you're going to find on the other side of that. So during COVID, because I was alone, because my teams, everyone was just kind of, off under the circumstances of everything, I had to figure a lot of stuff out on my own that I had not done, that I wanted to do though.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can't, so wait, you wait. Because when people start like Stripe, like they click twice, like and make 2 payments by accident, and you have to reverse a Stripe payment, or like people are emailing, it is a whole nother job just keeping the customer service end of it up.
Like 100%.
And that's a lot. Because that's what I was saying to my husband. I'm like, I'm trying to do this. I'm going to reverse this. I'm going to figure this out and like figure out how to like repackage it and send it. And oh my God, like so many things. I was like, let me just, be. So it's so complicated. It looks so pretty and easy and whatever on the outside, but it's a lot of work, almost the part where it's a full-time job. I mean, it takes a lot of time. You don't want to miss anything. You want to make sure, like I said, for your company to grow, that like your customer service, you'll have to just grow your team, or someone will have to be there. And
right.
And then you just set like boundaries of office hours, which like over COVID I didn't have. So I was talking to people at 11 at night just because I'm like, Andrew, this is, in the beginning, I want to be there, and I can be there. So why wouldn't I be?
Right. Totally. It makes sense. It's a wild thing. I try to, like you said, I like to focus on being in the clouds.
Yeah,
just if you focus on that, all that other stuff comes, right? Like that's what I'm learning. Like I love everything about it, and all these weird things that you have to do to make it work, you're going to do it because you love it. And I'm very happy. Happy Teeth. Ha. It's funny. The reason that I created that name is because, so do you remember like AOL, Instant Messenger, AIM?
Yeah.
So my name was Happy Whitney. That was like my username, my screen name or whatever. It was always Happy Whitney. And everyone always like called me Happy Whitney. It was funny and whatever. The word happy is good. We got, what is that? You get happiest, those superlatives in like high school, like on my high school friend, I went to school with my fiance now. So we've been together forever. But in high school, we, like most happiest people, I was one of those. And so like the word happy is just like a big deal to me. So I was like, let's do Happy Teeth. Cause we were thinking, we almost did something like, should it be like Teeth Talk Girls, Purses and Bags? Like, should we just stick with that? And I was like, I think it should be its own thing, like Happy Teeth. So I'm really happy that happy. I only know so many words, I guess. I'm happy to have like the two, like, cause they speak for themselves.
It fits. It totally works.
It's
the Happy
fun.
Teeth with Teeth Talk Girl. Like I love it. It fits
Nice.
you. Like I said, as soon as I saw it was amazing. So where can people, cause I could talk to you forever and ever. Where can people find you? Like,
totally.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
I love it. So my main, place I am is YouTube. So youtube.com/teeth talk. And, if you type in Teeth Talk Girl into YouTube, you'll still find me, but it's actually Teeth Talk without the girl. You can, I'm also on Instagram at Teeth Talk Girl. Everything is basically Teeth Talk Girl. I got a Facebook too, but I don't honestly, just everything on everything that I do on Instagram goes directly to Facebook. So it's not like I do anything special on Facebook.
Yeah.
However, I do have one cool, so that's the Teeth Talk, but for Happy Teeth, the website is givehappyteeth.com. You can go on there and sign up for launch updates. We plan to launch this summer.
Any idea? This summer. Okay.
So it was supposed to be, Oh, well, it was because it was supposed to be at ADHA this year, but ADHA got canceled. We had a booth. It was Happy Teeth by Teeth Talk Girl. It was a whole thing. It's okay though, adapting. So we're not going to do it there because that is no longer happening. So we're going to find a day in the summer. We don't have the exact date, but it's coming soon once we figure a few more things out with our new change with coronavirus adaptation. But yeah, I'm excited. And then it could also, that has an Instagram at Give Happy Teeth. And then we also, what's my other thing? Oh yeah, that's the thing. Facebook's usually not my thing, but I'm really excited. I have this pre-launch group for Happy Teeth on Facebook, and it's like this little private group, and you can like, if you're interested in like joining to like help decide things, like I'll post like 2 different borders for the wallet, and it'll be like, see which border,
Oh,
so
that's
you can
fun.
like help me create it, so we can like create it together. You know, I want to see what people really
Like a
like. So
beta. That's amazing.
it's
I
been
know people
really
would. I
fun.
love
I
that.
love it. So I have this little private group. Everyone's welcome to join. You just have to like ask to join. And yeah, that's Give Happy Teeth. If you go to the Facebook page, it says join pre-launch group or whatever. So
Is that the pre-launch group that's up on your homepage or splash page, like your page right
yes,
now? It says
yes,
join
you
pre-launch.
could
That's
get,
the Facebook group. Okay.
yes, you could get onto it from that homepage. It says like join pre-launch group or something, and then it brings you to the Facebook
I was
group.
wondering because it didn't say
Yeah.
like email list, like sign up for an
Yeah.
email to
Yeah.
whatever. Instead, you're
Yeah.
bringing them over. Okay, because I was
They're
going to click
tricky.
on that and I didn't, but I will.
Oh, cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, it's fun if you're interested. I love it. And like we just talk, you know, I'm showing like different things that might be in the what do you call it? The oral health essentials kit.
Yeah,
So, you know, just things like that, because it's mostly dental people in there. Like, so we're
of
all just
course.
talking. It's really fun. So that's kind of the places you can find me.
Awesome. I love it. Well, I love you.
Yay.
You're amazing, doing
Gosh, I
amazing
love you.
things. So
Thank you for
fun.
having me here. This
And
was really fun to chat.
yes, I know. I'm going to continue, like I said, just following you as you all should too, because everything about Whitney is happy. This, I love it. So thank you so much for being here. And until next time, you guys, we'll see you.